One of our favorite Maritimers joined Tom Brady on a podcast. Here's CTV's Frankie MacDonald with the connection between all-time greats.
When Frankie MacDonald logged on to one of his favorite podcasts Monday evening, he had no idea he was on a collision course with one of sport's biggest stars.
My friend was like, I'm going to be with him that day.
The host of the SoBroRadio's podcast out of New York City says through a mutual friend he had the legendary quarterback on for a brief interview that lasted about 3 minutes. During that time, Frankie was also on air from his usual spot standing in front of the A&W restaurant in Sydney.
I happened to just call in Frankie while we were on with Tom, and it was a match made. As they say, the rest is history.
I say you're doing a great job.
The exchange between Brady and Frankie lasted all of a few seconds, and it's unclear if the Buccaneers QB knew who he was talking to.
Frankie was like, "Hey, how you doing? I love the weather." And then Tom's like, "Oh, hey, Frankie, good to meet you.
This is Frankie MacDonald. My own TV station live in Sydney, Nova Scotia."
Of course, Frankie has a big social media platform of his own, and it was the power of his words, not Tom's, that got people talking about this.
No one cared until Frankie tweeted about it. That's when people cared.
The podcast host says he now realizes he may have had two GOATs, or greatest of all time, on the same broadcast.
Around this corner, Frankie MacDonald is a bigger star than Tom Brady in some regards. People just like Frankie. They like that he's not some big industry guy. He's just him being himself.
It makes me feel great, and it's excellent. It's epic.
So while talking with Tom left a good impression, Frankie says there are other big names he'd like to rub shoulders with.
I should say hi to Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and I'll say hi to David Letterman.
For now, the final score reads 2 GOATs on the same podcast and one cool story to tell back home in Cape Breton.